Today na the 27th day of April 2022. 1961, April 27. Today 61. Where did we go wrong? The good old days don't help we now. Even today, with wetin Charlie Afna do, we don't able for make we know small history. We don't able for make we know small history. With the different people who don't they carry it na this platform. The big one then they tell we say, then there's them. It been fine. They don't explain to we now. If you na part of them people the way feel say from we salon don't team up today na so it turn. No, not to so it be turn. And the one who don't bring kang na ya, don't able for make we understand say not to so it be turn. So say we go wrong. Who say we buck with foot? When we try for ignore this cacto, say the foot don dey rotten. Now the stone we been dey na road. Who da left and dey? Now we will ignore the foot. Say go mend himself. Who say we go wrong? 61 from 61. Eh? Somebody said the problem starts from 1961. Another person said, he said we found in fathers there, they not be get any direction. One thing where we go agree now with the people who don't bring cam na this platform, whenever we ask them, say, una will be there that thing day, but do ya? We be ready for this thing we go claim say we want for be on we own? Then they tell you say no, we not be ready. But that same attitude, we take go England, we go tell and say we want day on we own now. The same attitude we get a 30 day. Oh no say something we no able, something we no sabio. But we can still claim and access we sabi do. And they left we bo, and they left we. And they don't pour there. Then give you now, what you go do? Nothing. What thing you plan? Nothing. We're not able to talk self with one voice. Well, someone go say, you can't speak with one voice. I mean democracy. Everybody for come with your own. Eh? Who side we go wrong? And the question for today. But before that, the president, as always, he begin his speech for celebrate the day. What's in the president say? What's in he want we for no? But this day. Eh? What's in he don't do? What's in he plan for do? Eh? Salon, Leone, Sierra de Loire, the Lion Mountain, the mountain that roar, resilient people them, Bobo Pain, how for do? 61 from 61. Eh? They will listen what the president tell we today, huh?
Fellow citizens, Assalamu alaikum, rahmatullah ta'ala abarakatuh. May this holy month of Ramadan strengthen our taqwa. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bestow on us peace, abundance, and blessings. Our country, like all countries around the world, has continued to wrestle with the immense global economic crisis and the lingering effects of the COVID-19 pandemic. Global supply chains have been disrupted, and everything around the world is now more expensive in every country.
Into the waiting the president they say, eh? So USA is start first. Well, he recognize God. Then from there, they tell we how the world right now is not easy for we all. They will continue for listening.
Food, fuel, and other goods are now more expensive in United States,
Papa God. Okay. President Bio say food expensive na United States. Okay.
United Kingdom,
United Kingdom. We family in England. How the food business dey?
France,
Una dey France? They ponjou. They how na dey do bad day.
China, Australia,
Alright.
India, Nigeria, Ghana, Guinea, and even in Sierra Leone.
You see all outside preso call, they say even inside salon. So the thing away cheap na then country then dey. The thing away then get in abundance na then country then dey. Eh? The thing away then they struggle for na then country then dey. Like light, water, medical, good road. President not talk about am. Now the food. Now him president they talk about. He say food there. Alright. Eh? Somebody say he say tell God take he not call Germany day. Okay. Now they go. Now listen. He don't call the thing away. He say dear and I then country then day. But the thing then way we not even think about. Like having light. Water. Okay. Now they go.
Than they were just a few months ago. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has continued to be merciful to our great nation.
Hey, Prezo. Alright. Yeah. Tipule. Lord go ya. They are not talk. Lord, they go no more.
My government has taken immediate steps to soften the impact of these hard economic times. Our Quick Action Economic Recovery Program and other subsidies and tax incentives have kept essential goods on the market.
You remember, where the bank governor be say trade, in be help the one the way they import more, especially rice, for with a loan, we then charge them interest, but not be low interest. For go buy rice and come, and then say I make rice will not be suffer for rice now the country, even though we know the prices of rice now. But I don't think and then be give 1,309,000 to people them. Some people receive, some people not receive. Eh? Alright.
Government has also undertaken social safety net programs to help out the hardest hit and most vulnerable of our citizens. Multilateral partners have praised my government's action in successfully battling waves of COVID-19.
The president say, them people them where someone they say because we still depend on them, so we're not supposed to celebrate. And the president they tell say, them people and they say the way how we fought COVID-19 as alone, it been so powerful. Now make COVID-19 not spread. Oh.
In the last 2 years, our response to the pandemic has been praised by the World Health Organization and the Center for Disease Control. We have also managed the economic responsibly and supported private sector growth. We have also kept our investment in human capital, infrastructure.
Okay. Investment in human capital. This is the 61st triple LF. Anniversary speech of the president. Salon. He say human capital. So president. I know say Sunday when King can give you all waiting they don't do. Alright. Low they go. But this one we talk so. But human capital, that's alone.
Energy.
Energy light. Light, Mr. President, light. Right now. That's alone. We know what alone one day in, one day out. And right as we speak, I like per lamp, now so the lights did it. What's yesterday? We were talking about the teacher there. Human capital. Okay, no, jump. Energy, light. No, the light not correct, sir. Not correct.
Why protecting and promoting rights?
Protecting and promoting rights. Mr. Khan yesterday, he talked for the teacher them for increase. We come on ado, he find himself na CID. Alright. There they go.
And good governance.
Good governance. Yeah, sir.
We have built and rehabilitated more school infrastructure.
Well, now you carry the school business, so. Now you carry Mr. President. You say, when I don't build, when I don't rehabilitate more schools. Who say? Amos. Because Tripoli able care on go. On est come out self, on est pas songo. On est pas songo. From the western area rural and the urban. Because if we pass songo, so they eat masheka, they will begin going to the other place there. Hey. If we go down na the slum there, or we go up the hill there. Okay. Now they go, sir.
Committed more money to supporting education.
Well, then they didn't teach them the talk about yesterday. Committed more money, 22% of with GDP, they go for education. But not to the teacher them. The teacher them and they plan for strike so. The more money when they commit, Mr. President. I don't know if they don't tell you, say, now the end of term, then they can go give the money to the school. What the term done? Now what the term done, sir? Now Ministry of Finance, they disburse the money. Now make all the time where auditor they go now for go audit. Because now they therefore begin filling the blank spaces. And filling the blank spaces, now they do, sir. Okay.
Extended universal access to free quality education to all children.
Universal access to free quality education. Universal access to education. To education.
Provided free learning and teaching materials.
Thank you, sir. Oh. That teaching material where they talk so, sir. Some parents then, as them picking out an house, then they can't keep her. Because they say, if you poor her, you dey pay for her. All right. You provide them free learning. Some man know they use answer. Some man not even get answer.
Revamped vocational education.
Who say? Vocational education. Where? Oh, na the technical na Kenema. Oh, na trade center na Freetown. Revamp. Revamp means say they don't get a life and boku all over the country. All over the country. Not to show Ibisa. Vocational education. No, sir. They want to know they make generator. You can get issue with them. They want to know they dig well. I get issue with them. They mechanic them. Who they make TV. I get issue with them. A lot. Construction. I get issue with them. These are things that we go through, sir. So when they tell you, say, they don't revamp them for make you can't read until we say vocational. Don't revamp in the country. No, sir. Sometimes then they, before they read the wire, sir, you find what they encounter, let yourself they go round. Let you see. You know, like how you been do na Guma, where you say, make them not can lie to you. Make them not can deceive you. Now so you be see you say I make yourself go there. So you go find no for make them why we can read so. For make you go there back. Because soon you get for can go parliament for go open. You see, eh? But Lord, they listen to you, sir. Wait again.
And fundamentally changed education in just 4 years.
President say education fundamentally change. Yeah, education will they try. But for say it don't fundamentally change, it don't change. No, sir. Right now, school picking they pay for mark assignment all. The teacher them, then get you out and they do answer. So now we need them in this education for make it thrive. So for that one say fundamental, that it don't change, but say one big one where as you look the education system, the school system, you see say, oh wow, it's better. Even that one we say picking them for the go school. Not to show Ibisa. Go na market. Go na them big pack them. Picking the needy, they sell school term. That same way it been just begin. Then they make a one carry, but right now, they begin they need to go school. They need to go school, sir. Now they listen.
This is more than any government has ever done in 4 years.
Mr. President. Mr. President, are you the rule? Right now, are you the rule? Who for they tell you say, this thing what you don't do. But this, no other government not do it. We now for they tell you. Now for they tell you. But this one when I they tell we, you can explain to we. They all don't know tell you say, Mr. President, they don't do well, sir. Kudos. This time we don't do so. No that all the other one they will be done can they not ever try and safe. But for let you explain to we, they tell you we back say, okay, all right. Wait till I give you the feedback. Let we do the comparison. We'll tell you. Okay.
In just 4 years, we have hired and trained more nurses and doctors.
All right. Since we don't reach now the health system, hired, train, the health system, sir. What to so it be? What to make the health system not correct? Because the government, they get free labor. Mr. President, I don't know if you don't know. We get people who don't volunteer for 4-5 years, steady. They not get PIN code. They not get PIN code, sir. They not get PIN code today, they not get it tomorrow. But then still they volunteer in the MC every year when they say PIN code system, then go call them. But then they call them. So the one the way can give you say they don't hire so much more and the doctors them and who's then at the last 10 self way then junior doctors them. They don't left now only everybody strike one. And the nurses there, well then they sabi deal with the patients them. Because wetin do? Now then they get. Because then a volunteer, then they volunteer. Volunteer, then they put their name, na schedule for can work, how much o'clock if you not can, you volunteer. So na free labor. A free labor, sir. But where would you go?
Reduced maternal and child mortality.
Okay.
Minimized common disease burdens.
All right.
Built and rehabilitated more hospitals and community health care centers.
More hospital and community care health centers. I know about Kiama Road. Okupa, we get a facelift. Kiama Road, we get facelift. Because now they call the hospital Macaulay Street. Also again, the community one day. Mercy no did it. Mercy no did it, sir. Okay.
Expanded private sector investment. Regularized the delivery of low-cost drugs. Introduced an effective national ambulance service.
All right.
Initiated innovative health provider services.
Okay.
And gained the confidence of our partners with their investment of hundreds of millions of dollars in that sector.
So, all waiting the president talk so, he say, now because of that, baby money don't come inside the health care sector in the country. The president upon black and white. Upon book. Nade. But in reality. Okay, sir.
This is more than any government has ever done in 4 years.
You don't see back? I don't tell you, say, let we make that statement there. Let we make and say, then here we talk so, not true. And this particular government, you don't do baby for we. Than any other government will be don't ever gain us alone in just 4 years. It look like say, you know, say 3 years will you be taking an office, Mr. President, you be go around at the media. Even you 4 years in office, you not give a speech. So I guess say, now I make this particular speech centered on 4 years. So it look like say this speech now be one give for that 4 years, but they say, you know what thing? Let we just include them, for the independence celebration. So go just make all thing. Because if you been go na the media houses, then for go talk this one, where they talk so now. If I be out for defend you, Mr. President. So I guess maybe the PR then a status now they say Mr. President, but I don't lights now do. And the kind way how the price then a market they go so if you say they go na the radio station they for go talk like how you be do the last thing you go mona. So now I make it just say make a fine. Then we'll go do an aya. But what you can know outlined on, let we praise you. Let we praise you. That's why they think I'm with me small sense. Abdul Blas say community health centers. He said they are triple. Keep in mind though, it gone on national television. That was AYV and also SLBC for advocate for one community hospital. Yet 30 they say nobody no respond to her. He say in reality, we know it's in the go on. Okay. Now they listen to the president, yeah?
In 4 years, we have increased agricultural productivity.
All right. In 4 years, agricultural productivity don't increase. And they tell you, say, this speech, now him President Biobo want tell we for that in 4 years. But he be keep him. He keep him. Because, me, I don't see it all. Waiting the message we come with for the independence. I don't see it. Or I don't hear it. But how they go no more? In 4 years, agricultural productivity. So, it don't increase. Na rice, na pepper, na palmine, na waiting.
Introduced more mechanization in all 16 districts.
Okay. Ministry of Information, this is an open call to you guys. Because when I say a network, we don't contact Tuna. Say, we wanna come. No one can tell we waiting the president don't do. This now one you now an open call. Because it don't tell the champion agriculture on this platform. So this is how the president they talk say na all 16 districts. They don't get mechanized. But they are ready for go to now. Let go show we na each district. Because sometimes the president he no get time. Sometimes he no get time. So, say a network, they give an open call to the Ministry of Information for say do ya we dey beg una we dey give we safe, we dey give we service for make una carry we go na then na the 16 districts them all inside and day we don't boost the agriculture na the country. We go film am. We can show people them. Maybe sometime una know they do am fine. I make una sabi. We want help una for propagate and well. It's an open call. If una no contact we, then no to true. Then somebody don't make the president don't go talk. I not say the president lie, but somebody don't make the president go talk with him not to true. We are ready. Let's do this together. Agriculture inside salon. Mechanize. Yes, we see the tractors they would encounter. Where are they? The NEPA use there. Usai. Sir President, somebody don't go tell you something we not to true, sir. I know the nice say not the 1 or 2. But now that one we say 16. Then are the across all the districts then are the country. Now that one they are the talk about, sir. Okay.
Provided more input support for farmers.
Okay. Ezekiel, Boduya, that man we will be meet up in a salon. That farmer will be the crime problem. What I say we need for talk. the Farmers Association. I beg there, link them up. Not too long ago, Mr. President, a Farmers Association meets with me. And not to, I say association, sir. Association. So not to one farmer. And then they cried in problem. Okay.
Established more new cash crop fields and expanded agricultural value chains.
Thank you.
This is more than any government has ever done in 4 years.
Yeah. Mr. President. Where is sir? Thank you. There they go.
We have built more roads and bridges.
Finally, they can find people in Palava. Eh? The one that will be netra, they will come out today. Yeah. Pan road and bridge. Well, I heard you they talk for us.
Including rural roads and bridges, major international highways to Liberia,
Okay.
a highway to Mayamba, the Mabam Bridge, and the Magbele Bridge. We are working on new highways in the Kono and Kailan districts.
Okay. Well, the first project that we talk so, some of those projects are continuation, which is good. That's what we want. So now, they tell you say the new one them. All right.
With regard to public infrastructure, we are building a $270 million airport terminal.
Wait, the president don't talk about the road done. You know say as any other government in 4 years. Because then if you be talker. Eh? Alright. So now they tell we because all the other sector there is saying 4 years waiting all the government not do. Because a road. They want they will come out. If person cough self they say you not see road. You not see road. Eh? Okay. You know talk about 4 years old. Now we don't go by infrastructure. Oh, road self na part of infrastructure. But anyway, na airport.
Rehabilitating the National Stadium for about $40 million United States dollars.
Now we money. But there, una help me ba. This money your president talk. Now who they spend, huh? Eh? 40 million for renovate stadium. Where a lot of people be they call that and they say, but we go build new stadium. No, $40 million. But now money? Okay.
Building an ultra-modern foreign service academy.
Foreign Service Academy. For the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. For Sabiao for deal with foreign affairs business. For the one they want go be ambassador, want go be attaché, forget training. So that they go sell the country good nado. Okay.
Erecting several modern NACIT regional offices.
That's it. Aye.
And all but completed the ACC and NATCOM headquarter buildings.
We still do it for the one in there.
We have turned sword for several infrastructural projects, including the Connaught University.
Connaught University. Una name they play. How una they do they? The president self acknowledge they don't turn sword. They be cry and we don't turn sword for him. What's again you remember what they don't turn sword for? He said, but cutting and they wouldn't turn sword for, which is true. For turn them, no mean say anyway, let's listen them.
2 days ago, I commissioned an imposing Mayon officers' mess and a 104-bedroom single officers' quarter.
Now we money. A China give him. But anyway, thank you.
Yesterday, I commissioned the massive 30-acre APP SL Petroleum Storage Tank Farm that expanded the storage capacity and hence assures the availability of fuel in Sierra Leone.
Until the massive 30 acre, massive. Thank you, sir.
Market. When we talk about infrastructure, we talk about purposeful infrastructure.
Yeah. President Bill, when they talk about infrastructure, now the one we get purpose. Listen, no. What's again, sir?
That assures the resilience of this nation.
Baba pin them. President say, we in the talk about infrastructure, now the one that will get purpose. Because the one that will be needed today, when they talk for infrastructure, then they not can get purpose. Why the verse? You say when they talk about infrastructure, na purposeful one. What's in that mean? Left me. What to the president on? Are you ready to?
In just 4 years, we have expanded energy access and provided electricity.
Mr. President, electricity.
To more towns and villages in Sierra Leone than any government has ever done.
Okay. For make electricity reach some side, that is good. For make electricity reach some side, it good. Right. Okay. Hey, daddy God. Just come and say, Triple all the developments are happening. You never tell me. Or you never tell we. But I'm disappointed in you, bro. My brother. This world they get the shocking today. How they go? The president. That is true though. Places standing at the country. We not being get light. We access. Don't they now? How they go, yeah?
Maisiaka. Foredogo.
Until they read the places then. We not being get light today. We now then say don't get access to light. Maseka, Feyedugu,
Mambolo, Mange, and Rukrupu in the north.
Okay. Me northern people. Lights don't reach there. Yeah?
Moyemba Junction, Tayama, Sumbuya, Koribondo, and Solima in the south.
My southern people. How the lights? Una they enjoy and they? Okay.
Gurahun, Bwajibo, Jojoima, Mobai, and Manoa town in the east.
East. The lights don't reach there. How na they enjoy them? 24 hour? I get every day? The water they call? The fan they blow?
Can now boast of electricity for the first time.
That is true. Then can boast of electricity for the first time. We just need for fix now the sustainability side. For make it rich, fine. But for getter, none of the other thing. It don't reach. There's access. Okay. Thank you.
Bo
Sir.
and Kedima now have regular supply of electricity and work is ongoing.
You hear the president talking, He said Bo and Kenema now get regular. All the other side the way he call, he not talk about regular. He said then go boast say lights don't candy. But that regular one, no. But Usain Infield say get regular lights because of that project from Ivory Coast, the Bo and Kenema Yon. So now they tell you say Bo and Kenema can boast of regular light. My Bo and Kenema people, Odi how the light over there? Eh? Okay.
on all district headquarter towns. My government is working assiduously on more energy generation capacity for the Western area and have invested more in refurbishing transmission and distribution assets and lines right across this nation.
The president say, then they can work for something miraculous na get for happen na Freetown. They don't fix transmission them, then they fix the line them. So where that kind of lights we get for can where they come. Like me where the gumbo now say as we speak, na candle light na inde Waterloo. We not go talk again. So the president they tell we. We can't wait for that day for come. We can't wait. Eh? Okay.
This is more than any government has done in 4 years.
Yeah. Sir President. Okay, this speech, I know say you don't do and done before they get this conversation, sir. So, for future one day we get for do. This part where then they add inside. Do ya? I want make Ulefan. Let we do one for you. The way they explain those say, wow. No government never do this in 4 years. We saw they are done so. And where it look like say that different team back. Let it go, sir.
We have expanded access to potable water across the country with brand new investments in water infrastructure and assets in all district headquarter towns and other towns and villages across the country.
Right now. Eh? Not even bowl because it there. Local well. Na in boku na the country. I tell you, see, even to Sussex, we know they far from mile 13 outside Guma dey. Everywhere now in the country, all man, because that headache, eh? We sabi no. Mr. President, I don't know if you don't know this, but well, na in boku now in the country. Well, na in boku. Ask people, eh? Well, na in boku. Because this water we they talk about soon now. You know, reach it to yes, we see all lantern when they talk about the pipe. We see the minister where he show you all the different pipe they don't come where they get for lay for cost. We not see that the it, sir. That water you know reach it. You know reach it. You know reach it, sir. So, now, Mr. President, Imona, and people can go give them tia. And this is a 4-year speech, so.
On Saturday, I visited Guma Valley. And yesterday, I commissioned 15 brand new water bowsers to support the distribution of water in the underserved communities in Freetown.
Well, let's talk small, sir. Because when they can talk about this water bowser, like say, then different areas then they will not get now free the water bowser they go supply. Not to say bisa. Right now for Guma, the water bowser then we don't commission, would they pay 600,000 for 6,000 liter. Where they say 100,000 for 1,000 liter. Now they pay, sir. 600,000. So even when you commission them Bowser, we don't commission them, done. Thinking to say it go help for alleviate, make we get water, no. We'll go pay back Naguma. Then they tell say 72 hours. Then they can't supply. Then they can't supply within 72 hours. Then they can supply. And if it be say, we get for buy the water, Mr. President, Iboku. So this one way they say, oh, they don't commission Bowser, like say the Bowser them, now then they can't supply we will not get. What to say, Bill? We go pay. Not that we don't want to pay, we want to pay. But even at that, some money they boku. The money boku. Oh, they pay. Check no more. We no say they get for maintenance the Bowser, then get for buy fuel. First of all, now we they pay the toll. Like who they water alone, now we they pay the toll. And let's shock you back, Mr. President. Then Bowser they need to sleep. Then they can supply with 3, 4, 5 na morning. 2 o'clock morning all. Then they can supply with water. The Bowser they need to sleep. Now I make this why we don't commission so. I want make after 6 months, check them. Say let them can give you update on that Bowser we just commission. Because them Bowser we then can cancel a brand new one them. But they not they sleep, sir. They not they sleep. They not they sleep. Like I said, not to say we no one for pay. But the government no go they charge with the same way the private they charge with. We be say, if the government water they can direct na me use. That 6,000 liter they know they cost me 600,000. So because the government failed for out the water na me use, then they get substitute for make the water go can na me use. And they pay upfront for the water. Understandable. Understandable. Nobody no say water na free. There they go.
This is in addition to the 20 Bowsers my government purchased just 2 years ago.
Then 20 Bowser then they please, Mr. President, 2 years ago. I beg you go ask Amos they right now. Ask Amos they right now where they in good working order. 2 years ago. Then 20 Bowser then they where the government purchase. If you reach 5 right now, but then 20 then the way they work. You know, Mr. President, he who feels it knows it. I know exactly what they talk. I don't say go say man, no listen that boy dey. But I know what they talk, sir. Not to the one them which some tenants sit down at the diaspora and need to go salon. Where they support blindly. Where even when they see the truth, they need the talker. But wait till they talk so. Okay. Now the truth, sir. That 20 Bowser, it don't well. Because the Bowser, they know they sleep. And when they can knock you get 3 o'clock, say they can supply water. Say you need the open. You want the water?
UNICEF and WHO asserts that my government has increased access to potable water by 24% in the rural areas and 6% in the western area. This is more than any government has ever done in 4 years.
I need to agree with yourself again. That part there. Mr. President, no disrespect, sir. But I need to agree. Now go.
In sectors such as fisheries, mining, tourism, the downstream petroleum sector, the environment, and more, my government's performance over these 4 years has been highly commended by independent international organizations.
You know wetin dem can tell we, sir? Dem say, wey arata dey eat you foot, e dey blow am. Make you no notice the damage wey e dey cause dey. Pass that morning wey you wake. Now you go see, say, hey, arata eat me foot last night. I no even notice. Because dem say, e dey give fine breeze wey dey eat the foot. And na wetin we old people dem be tell we o. So this one way, them partners here, they praise you. Them praise you. But while they look down this, sir. While they look down there. Okay, 4 years, any government. This one, we don't see the reason why we dey see wetin dey go on right now. Okay.
In just 4 years, my government has either passed or is working on more laws and policies for the protection of girls, especially for sexual offenses.
Hands off our girls. Thank you, sir.
And the promotion of gender empowerment and equality laws, disability rights and empowerment, mental health care, and more.
Thank you, sir.
In just 4 years, we have passed the Millennium Challenge Corporation scorecard.
Well, that one day, Mr. President, we passed 13. The one that will fail, in a bad of pass. And true, we pass. But the one that were really important, we fail them. And this one way, we just they talk about the one we will pass. And we forget about the one that we will fail. One part the one that will fail, sir. Then say for implementing the whole kingdom plan, we know the do am. We fail that one day. Child health care, we fail them. Now we they talk about human capital. The one that will fail. Okay, there we go.
Every year, excelling in the areas of control of corruption and ruling justly. We have abolished the death penalty, repealed seditious libel laws, actively advocated for investment in an independent media industry, and joined the International Religious Freedom or Belief Alliance.
Thank you, sir.
No journalist is imprisoned for the practice of journalism, and we have continually reduced prison populations.
Thank you, sir.
We have invested in and registered remarkable improvements in access to justice, disaster management, public safety, and the correctional system.
Thank you.
This is more than any government has ever done in 4 years.
Oh.
Fellow citizens, we are a tough and optimistic people.
Bobo pain them.
In spite of the distractions of a few people.
Oh la la. In spite of the distraction of few people, una they distract una know self. You where they try for bring distraction. Una sabi una self. Mr. President sabi una. Okay.
Who have made talking bad things about their country a political hobby.
And say una they talk bad. But Salon, Una take and make like say na una hobby. But na inside politics so distraction, few people una. Yeah. Alright.
We are making great progress on all fronts.
Una how they talk bad. Una continue. But great progress in all fronts.
Let us focus on staying together to continue building a more resilient and progressive nation. We have now earned the respect of nations all over Africa and the world.
The fake degree don't go far. That respect. Right, son, a fake degree, now they talk about dans salon. Eh? Okay.
International cooperation and support are at an all-time high. We will keep doing more.
More good things? I know a lot left and so, Mr. President. We will keep doing more what?
3 days ago,
No, you not talk. What? Keep doing more what? Good things? Wait till na be done they do? Okay. 3 days ago, what's be happening?
the Ministry of Hajj and Umrah and the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia allocated the highest number of pilgrims to Sierra Leone.
Salon. Mr. President. We hear you, sir. Kudos.
500 more than at any time in the nation's history.
This not of 4 years old. This time in the nation history. 500 more people go Hajj from Salon. Okay.
Fellow citizens, in this holy month of peace and benevolence, let us continue to love our fellow countrymen and women and understand that our purpose as a nation is bigger than our personal ambitions. Fellow citizens, Ramadan Kareem and Happy Independence Day. Fellow citizens,
Ramadan Kareem and Happy Independence Day. That's not the only time when the president talk about independence. At the end of the speech, I tell you, see, how me see him. Now in 4 years, we not been giwi. He keep him for today. So he don't can giwi. Where did we go wrong? 61 years from 1961. Usai we go wrong. We they make a quick what they come with we special program today and the people that they come with. A quick one, yeah? Welcome on board, Israel Papa.
Yes, sir.
61. Where did we go wrong, sir?
Where did we go wrong? I don't think we go wrong. We don't know how we the go. So if you don't know how you go, you defend your way. And we not ever defend your way. This is the problem, sir. From the 1957 change of the Constitution, we discriminate against the way how the government's been run and allow the colony women get much more say for be dominated. The Legislative Council become dominated by the Protectorate Assembly, people them, where they merge. In 1951, the Protectorate Assembly been different. By that time, they wouldn't change. Where we can't get one speaker, the governor step back. 4 executive officer members, 14 elected from the colony area, then 24 commot protectorate, plus 1 special elected from Bo. That means to say they will be run the country with the governor. We've been get the power and somebody been talking about crew element. You see them go wrong. Will not go wrong. Will not get fair way. Because after that domination day in 1957, the voting pattern changed. That lead we to the independence. That make the crew they not been agree. Then we get that settlement, that crew settlers association. We not been agree say we forgo this independence. They even go take the matter to court. We reach privy council, but they no answer the case. It's the case the independent don't come. So by the time we get the 58 people that within at the parliament, the colony only get 14. Just imagine that. 12 plus, I not even mention the 12 paramount chief that we add on that figure of the 24 from the protectorate plus the 1 from Bo, make 25 plus 14 more. And that problem deal with the entity today, because that policy day where they adopt for bring the chief then come for votes with the government. This is an adaptation of the colonial governor in your style, where he been bring an officer them privately. When we want for can get that 57 preparing us to get independent, then bring the chiefs them. The chiefs are not in the vote like that. Now this rank and twist it become now a convention. This convention with which Mami get for making get non-elected members for parliament. Then twist go and bring the chief then come inside. So the chief then by 14, they vote the 12 that's in the 12, they vote with the government. That policy they not convention. You know that is a constitution say power. No, the chief that can change their mind, but because the government give them staff, even if they want to vote for the government self, they not go vote. So now that makes sure I tell you see we not go wrong. We just not find we way. The country not ever find a way because all the administrators they will be there that same day. When they begin replace the Creoman, they will be in a position. Then most of them will be as assistants. As the witman on the left go, when Prime Minister Samuel think they be all the provincial people they did. I'm not talking this with any bias because me say I get a good standing in upline. My grandpa worked at Bo from 1922. These are the people that were integrate. He was the first inspector of works in the period, the first black man, and get an MBA at 3 years old. I still get the photo. But what I'm trying to say, the domination, men like Park JCO Crowder, Park Randall them, Park Rogers them, even MS Mustafa, they all cross carpets. That's ND. I've been small, but I've been get sense. I've been to go around, I've been live, I've been near Kandebue. Back of them, in fact, neither be they. So I meet them people and they were young. So we not go wrong, we just not find we way. The bush too thick. You brush tete, you the meat cutting tree in a road, outside grass for day. Now that we dey panted today.
All right. The way forward. How do we fix this?
How we fix this? Sierra Leoneans now that we don't be one, and the irony is the slogan of the SLPP: one country, one people. If you mix that word, the one country, one people, and you look at the APC slogan, all people's Congress, we go backward to the 50s to get United Progressive Party, UPP, which when they been the one. United Progressive. We all now one. We're not supposed to divide. The situation don't change now from the early days where we know say, well, yan and upline, Freetown and Freetown. We get a funny talk, some man cross Waterloo. But the country don't be one. When you listen, when they talk to you, all outside the farthest part of Senegal, clear one. You know what even think say with the problem. How for fix that? We just get for continue for skip to those two slogans. All peoples. Yes, all peoples. We all now one. One country, one people. This backstabbing, this do me or do you business, it got to stop. We will not be truthful to we say. All man be in your own boss. Or for day pan tap, like we all man be PhD now. Why? Now all go be PhD. So how for fix them? We get for bite the bullet, call a spade a spade. If things wrong, we say we take democracy. Change the government. And not change government with hate. When this government come into a team, they come with vindictiveness, retaliation, vexation. When you look at some of the language in some of the documentation, let's take the GT report. The language, big English we all can talk. Some of us have been that one day today. But that kind of vexatious language day and vexatious behavior. Somebody mentioned Kamarimba and lock up. I've been watching another program. Why for be locked up? Even if na crime he commit, give the man, he get bail, get the man, come on, let him fight the case like come on. If he guilty. If he not guilty, let the man not die in a jail. That is the bond people that you cannot fix the country when you get in a situation there. And they appeal to President Biona for let them pull Kamarimba in jail. Let them pull Kamarimba in jail. Let some peace there at the country. I listen to the speech we make, and your analysis not bad. Sometimes I can just penny. You see, we also know say overseas, president and prime minister they know they talk the right thing. No, they don't all tell they talk the correct thing. That, but them people and they will write, they try for write this speech because all presidents get speech writer. Them personally they're wicked to this president. They're very wicked to President Bio. Seriously. Because not the go see no more all say get 100% time for right thing. Them people and they will write. I think say they want for really disgrace this president, want for really get him out for some reason or no. Now we left the political side way, the opposition they try for say, president don't feel so commodity. You know, arresting teachers for waiting. For talking, the man go to station. You go make them then station or radio station go begin to afraid for people and go begin to afraid for going to radio station. For go express their opinion. People cannot even speak anymore. I read something where John Lee writes about the protected ordinance of free speech. This free speech not to human rights to my start. It don't then now we blood. I've been very, very small while where they see politicians in a bone, free talk, na kenema, whether they team up and they talk. Afterwards, then 4 people then will come up behind the SLPP, we stand as independence, like Prince Williams, Kaisamba, Mriwa, and we stand the other one in him. Then 4 people then they. I mean, tong, SLPP man them. They say, we'll not agree again, we'll not work with that again and get them free speech. They exercise that. Now, so if we exercise, we free speech. The racketeers them, the blatant, if let the law take its calls. Forgery, fraud, deceit. What you want to do? Fake PhD. We stand as don't go so low. We don't even get any values anymore. Values will not get anymore. From primary school, me lucky I go 4, 5 primary school because my papa been transfer up and down from Freetown to Bo to Canada. I been understand honestly. So I come back my free speech. So I get that from basics. Now one secondary school no more me go. But I go on school I meet people and they where I meet then Gamanga then go there. I meet all at school. So and use people them upline, Kenema side, McKinney side, all about now the country. We not been get this kind of tribalistic business. This tribalism for done. We not been Sabiam. We not been Sabiam. That day we starts for go before sir.
Thank you very much, Israel.
If you want, call me back.
All right, sir. Thank you. That's na Israel Papa from your own side, able for explain to we. We come with Mr. Williams, Jonathan Williams. Welcome on board, sir. Where
Yes,
did
sir.
we go wrong, sir?
Well, at least in the caller just now, where they explain Usha will go wrong. Exactly. What you explain is perfect, right? Now they will go wrong. Now that side they will go wrong. And he tell you and he explain how we will go forward. He left with we now for think and act wisely. This think and act wisely are still a stressor to Salon people. Them. Think and act wisely are still a stressor to them. If we not think and act wisely, we will not go forward at all. We will not go move forward at all. I should go there one place. We will not go forward at all. I send you that picture when you see how people with incredible when we run government. All the people in the waiting at that picture, they not get deputy. Not them with the permanent secretary, and then they work, and then they run the ministry. And they run perfectly. Perfectly. Then as you read the president, they give that kind of speech in there. But I'm glad he will serve the analyzer, make people in the Yegi, and when you see the contracts between him and what he talk. Could you imagine? I'm glad we call your attention, say, Mr. President, that 20 Bowser, where he commit, the young commission, ask back, almost done there, if you go reach 5. You see, this is the president who will get. Now they talk and do this. Bad speech now in the right round. Instead of they look and read and apprehend, say, what is work this year? Oh, then they write to me, so let me still go cross check back. Bad speech. When I never realize, time will come, go realize, say, oh, then we are not putting a fire. The people they already write the speech. Now, what's in 1 year, and I they talk so. And the people that they tell them what's in 1 year, oh yes, they don't feel treat them so bad. So what did they tell them? All not true. All not true. Nothing not the way wrong. All not true. What did they tell them? What did they right tell them? Gonna write and they right tell them. Now right. Now you didn't go read. In office you're not capable for right and day. Nobody. You're not capable for right and day. Now right, you go read. That's all. You see, when we think of your quiet moment, you know, go sit down and say, oh, why not be seen? You don't feel saying a God. So a lot of people go worship him. So what did he talk? Not true. And that are the little fastest to Salon people. Una think and act wisely. Think and act wisely. If we not think and act wisely, believe me, now so go deal one place, there go. Nothing no go forward. You see? For the crying that we had at this time, a good way we don't deal, we don't see her with man with the rule we, what a one man who can't talk, then goes in a lie. But 2-3 they what they talk. And all what they talk is similar to within each of everyone they talk. Mm-hmm. So no go see that one day different from the one where they talk. Exactly. Within the other one they talk, it coincides of within it talk, within the other one they talk. So we not get anything for say.
All right.
And this may get for say a million contribution in that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Williams.
Solomon, think and act wisely. That's the food of thought. I always say, I left and give them. Happy independent.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
We come with then 2 people here because if you don't deal with we now the good old days, you go know exactly who that them be and how old they are and waiting them you don't explain to we about the good old days. So I feel say it's just right for me to bring them come today, make we hear it from them. And that's what we just did. Yes, Janet, where did we go wrong?
Well, happy Independence Day to everybody. That question, the AAA, I want us to let we quarter into 2. Make we not go back to the forefathers. Make we left them BM. They did what they could. If you go through Samuel Magai in speech, like I wrote on the forum, Samuel Magai's speech was kind of like a directive telling us we have done what we have. We're not continue how we don't left off, But we want to go straight to what brought about the war and after the war. We had the chance to rebuild Sierra Leone. But let me go to a country like Rwanda. Then say go through a similar war like we. They're able to rebuild. That's where I want us to take it from. What happened from that time to now? That is where I want us to look at. So this what Timid is saying now is that let's look at Ghana, how Ghana did struggle, and look at how Ghana the trend. Let us look at models around the world where they make a country prosper. Policies where countries will rely on. They get models the way they don't build already. Why rebuild when you already get? So I am saying that waiting all wrong with Sierra Leone, it's nothing more than corruption. Let me not go far. Corruption, and now we talk about tribalism and stuff like that. And this tribalism talk, I can always want to define them. Tribalism in itself, it's not a bad thing because it is about protecting one's tribe. But when you use them against another tribe for marginalize them, that is when it is wrong. So I think to say what we have in our system today, and when we listen to we president, AAA, I want to say something. You cannot give what you don't have. Mr. The first caller, we make one statement we say. It just to me, yes, when the president they read a speech day, and the speech writer they're not really fair to the president himself. And on this particular day, it's a day where we want for reflect. It is a day where we want for unify the nation. It is a day for appealing to the nation for say all in here. So we may not have gotten them wrong, right, but let we all come back together. Call on all the opposition parties and say, listen, this country, one people. And today where Mr. I know Israel they talk. Yeah, Papa, Mr. Papa, they talk today. Today, I understand the reason for SAPP, their slogan, one people, one country. That is because 1957, when or 1961, when we get independence. Don't forget, so we get the colony, we get the protectorate. It appeared as if we had two countries. But when independence came, Hamilton and Magai then come together and say, we are in one country, we are one people. I think say, that's really the focus. And this is where we have got it wrong, in the sense that we are now creating divisions within a small country where house only 7 million people. We Nigerian party them. We Ghanaian party them. Go they laugh we country too small for make we not fix her after the war. Let's forget about the past. From that war day, to now. A lot of countries and we don't go through similar situation. We don't prosper. So the thing is, this corruption at the heart of Sierra Leone, now it don't make this country don't team up one place. The president don't outline a lot of things that we say in do. But between me and you, our people are still hungry. So which are the independence what we talk about now? Our people are struggling. Our people are the need and the condition we say you never left to see you enemy safe. So we are still crying. We are still crying to the president to look at the human beings and then contribute. We live below $1 a day with the struggle. Happy independence again to everybody.
Thank you very much, Janet. Let's come to Daniel Oldfield. Let me hear what in get for you. Welcome on board, Daniel. You get the platform, sir.
Thank you, Tripoli. Thank you, Sierra Leoneans. If you can remember, today the whole day, I not put nothing at Daniel Oldfield's corner. I not put nothing on my page on the 61st independence anniversary for reasons being, I don't really see what they celebrate. Fortunately for me, I not big rich Mr. Papa and Pa Williams, and of course, I don't know how old my sister Janet, but then touch on salient points them. Me what me one driver now, are fortunate are born before independence. And that at the dragon come before now, the current administration, where the president take over. I was one person who had so much hopes that at least things go turn in the right direction as they put them. But the bottom line is, and President Bio even get the opportunity where Boko that president in Oga because it's like the issue where he started on the right footing by meet people like Macky Sall, the Senegalese president. He meet late John Magufuli. He met also the Ghanaian president. He met, among other people, this other guy in Rwanda, and Paul Kagame. And I believe, say, President Bio, he get tete-a-tete with them people in the. Honestly, Tripoli, I was like cocksure that really, Salon somebody would meeting those people at the initial stage where it started. I had so much conviction that Salon indeed would, because look at the marked progress, look at the advancement. And look at the infrastructure, all them countries there, as my sister pointed just now, Madam Janet. Look, na genocide genocide Rwanda come up. But look Rwanda elect today. I dey work with one this day. Young boy and woman there. Most of them don't turn back, go to the country. Some of them they're gonna each one year, then send them picture there. So Usai, what thing happen? All the information and all the advices and the way this president get, what thing he do with them? So AAA, I don't see anything to celebrate. And of course, we just the hope say, the Sierra Leone people watch at all the speech where the president give. If not to talk, okay. But if not to talk, a decision will be made. And we have the appeal. Yeah, the president, let's see reason. Like when say, this is the first month, and he get for forgive, like we say, let pull the guy in a jail. What's the call this boy with the jail? Kamarimba, the president end up fine. He say, this now the month of Ramadan, a goodwill month. Let he use that same goodwill spirit there, let free Kamarimba, whatever. Of course, the guy didn't get bail. Why can't he be released? Do you let them no arrest no teacher again? Let no arrest anybody with the same self again. Once again, I will say happy 61 anniversary, but I'm not putting that on my page because there is nothing to celebrate. Let God bless you all, Tripoli.
Thank you very much, Daniel. All right, so thanks to everybody, like as ABC. We did do short one. So now we will end everything today. We go there back tomorrow. Mr. President, you and your family, happy 61st. But the speech, I've been for you 4 years. I've been for you 4 years. I was still there. Ayana Salon. We can't wait for all wait till you talk so. Make we really see it happen. We can't wait for that. But we know say one day. All wait till they anticipate for. We go get them. And the one salon we get. Not get other one no. I one. Salon. Also Tripoli go say tata. Till we make back tomorrow.